Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat. It is Wednesday, the 4th of November, 2020. And in this time of global uncertainty, there is very little Star Wars news to talk about. So I thought, I'm not sure, my mind drifted to my favorite book of all time, The Ewoks Join the Fight, published in 1983. And I was in the mood to return to the forest moon of Endor and see the Ewoks join the fight. So on today's show, we're just going to read a book and have some fun and see what's up. We are joined, for those, hey to everyone listening on the Patreon audio, but we are joined by my childhood Wicket teddy bear, made by Kenner, I think in 1983. And he's now one of Harry's favorite toys. So he's it's very Toy Story, with the toys getting passed down to the next generation. So I always imagine that he's the I'm worried he's going to move now that I'm talking about him, but I always think that he's like the Woody of all the toys in Harry's room. Am I going crazy? I'm reading a children's book and talking about who's the boss of the toys down in Harry's room. Hey to everyone in the chat. And there's a call out. Sam Carey knows what's up. Algorithm it up. And David Gould knows what's up as well. I'm a simple man. I see Ewok content. I hit that like button. Oh, Johnny G. Ewok talk is too political. It might be. It might be. Nicholas Story would like to know, does this count as a page wars if King Tom Chansky is being educated with this golden law through the stream? I know King Tom's having a very busy day at work. So hopefully he can listen in and give me a burn it or turn it on the Ewoks join the fight. But it's a massive, massive turn it for me. Spoiler alert. All right, let's just chill out. Thurbo says, I just saw your Ewok blink. Dude, don't do that to me. Oh, whew. That's not cool. That is not cool. Oh my stars. Oh my stars. Did someone else, I feel like someone else mentioned the blinking. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. My mouse is running out of battery or something and it keeps unclicking. So I'll have to do it like this, old school up the front. Norderland says, any chance we can see Jerry in an Ewok costume? Jerry is my Persian cat, depicted behind me here, painted beautifully as dressed as Wicket the Ewok. So he's in a permanent Ewok costume, I think. I did try to put that, this is an odd confession, I did try to put that Wicket's hood on him once or twice and didn't take to it. Didn't take to it. I wish this mouse would work. Okay, we're connected. No, we're not. Can someone send me some batteries? That would be so dope. So those Mac rechargeable ones like run out over time? I guess they probably do, because my ones just aren't recharging like they used to. Anyways, all right. No, I should just quit trying. I'm very upset. I'll try one more set of batteries, you guys. But I kind of think I got this book before I saw the movie. I'm almost certain I got it before I saw the movie, but I also remembering being shocked by what happened in the movie. So I don't know. Did I not have the retention to remember the end of the book? Or was I just so excited in the film because I hadn't been to the cinema that many times? No, those batteries are even worse. That I just, when you sort of hear a spoiler or something and then you forget it while you're watching the film until it happens. Was that my whole thing? Because I, as a little boy, it probably would have been easier to have my mind. I wouldn't have been that preoccupied. I wouldn't have been thinking about school the next day. I can tell you that much. All right. You're killing me, Macintosh Company. If that is your real name. Johnny G wants to know why Jerry doesn't smile for the portraits. How dare you? How dare you? All right, I've given up on the batteries. If I could, what have I got around here that takes batteries? Damn it. But okay, so here's the book. Here is the book. I guess that's fine. And on it, depicted is, let's get rid of this screen actually, is a very bizarrely out of proportion drawing here of an Ewok. I presume it's hard to work out who's meant to be who, because Wicket and presumably Chief Chirper are exactly the same height. So I'm not sure. It kind of looks like Wicket's talking to Wicket. It's like that Spider-Man gif where they're pointing at each other. So, yeah, they're very wide, though, out of proportion. And I like this little guy down here, just hanging, little wackling. And look, everyone, not a blink. Look, that's how they should be. Look at those beautiful, dead, static eyes. That's what an Ewok should look like. Cannot stand the blinking Ewoks, everyone. Leidra says, Rotown Ewoks. That's very kind. Now, all right, so I did find some audio from this book. So we'll start off with the narrator. He can launch us. He can there'll be sound effects and stuff. And he can set the scene. Then I will read along. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like I got this before I saw the movie, and I had a speeder bike and a biker scout figure, but I didn't have an Ewok. And it was like the Ewok was pictured on the biker scout speeder bike box. And I just look at it and go, I wish I had one of them, because Ewoks are really hard to find because they were sort of kept secret. Like even on the backs of the packets of Kenner figures, the Ewoks were blacked out before the movie came out. So you didn't know what an Ewok was. What? Noah's in the chat? Are you serious? I can't see him. Oh, Noah Outlaw, Star Wars Insider, Noah Van Outlaw is in the chat. All right, we have to do it. It's been requested. Sorry, everyone. But come on. Noah is in the chat. This is big. In the chat right now. Star Wars Insider, Noah Outlaw.
Oh, no.
Noah Van Outlaw.
Here we go.
Is in the chat.
Here we go.
Noah Van Outlaw is in the chat. Very exciting. Hey, Noah. Oh, and Noah wants to know, he's saying, what the hell is this? I'm reading The Ewoks Join the Fight, my favorite book of all time, on a live stream on the internet. So I didn't think my life would end up like this. All right, so I'm going to go just the audio. Matt Turbo, who's in the chat, Matt Thurbin, He did send me an audio file of this, but I didn't download it quick enough on Dropbox, so I found it over here. So this is from Star Wars Radio, providing us with the Ewoks Join the Fight intro. Hey, why isn't there sound coming out of that? Even I know that. It's good. Ah. Spoiler alert! Oh my God. What a quote. Let's go. Say this 3 times fast, everyone. Oof. Oof. I actually have to read it off here. I'm too scared to. Oh, wait. This isn't even in this. Oh, wow. So I've got the one that doesn't go with the audiobook. And I'm not sure. Is anyone... Oh, you guys couldn't hear that? No way. That sucks. All right. Right there. I'm
This is the story of the Ewoks Join the Fight. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear R2-D2 beep like this. Let's begin now.
Can you guys hear it now?
Brave rebel forces faced their most dangerous threat from the evil empire. The Dark Lord, Darth Vader, was building a new and more powerful Death Star. And for protection,
okay, good.
This evil fortress was being constructed behind an invisible deflector shield. The Death Star had to be destroyed, or the flickering flame of freedom would die.
The flickering flame of freedom!
All rebel would die.
Oh, wait.
Deflector shield. The Death Star
This
had
is
to be
becoming a
destroyed,
soundbite for sure.
or the flickering flame of freedom would die. Or the flickering flame of freedom would die. All rebel fighters met at fleet headquarters to plan their attack. Princess Leia addressed them.
Okay, so this is actually in the book. So yes, thank you, everyone. I've got to put it up. It's so hard for me to put it up because I got to use my fingers on the upper mouse deal. But yes, it is true. Truly, well and truly, it has been 0 days without a technical incident. I don't know. Some days you just feel like that. Anyway, embarrassing. Oh my God, here's an idea. I can put Corey in the book. There he is. Look, Corey is going to join the fight with the Ewoks. Fantastic. All right, we'll make use of that later. Okay. So long ago in a galaxy far, far away, a brave band of rebels was preparing to do battle with the mighty forces of the evil empire. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, a brave band of rebels was preparing to do battle. No wonder I talk so badly if I'm reading sentences like that. That's terrible. The rebels were led by 3 good friends, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia Organa, and Han Solo. The rebel plan was to blow up the Empire's new battle station, Death Star 2. That's right. It never had that Death Star in the children's book. Sam Carey, Corey Van Ewok, excellent. And Nicholas Story, the Ewoks join the Scoops. A bloody tribute to Noah Van Outlaw, Star Wars Insider. The rebels knew that the main controls for the shield were on a tiny, densely wooded moon called Endor. They would have to overpower or outsmart the Empire's Imperial troops to destroy the shield. It was a very dangerous mission. So Han, Leia, and Luke rounded up their best fighters, the Wookiee Chewbacca and the 2 droids, R2-D2 and C-3PO. Soon, they were ready. Now, this is bringing back so many memories because when I saw the film, I was kind of shocked that they had all the rebel troopers with them. And I know even in the film, they sort of scoot them off to meet them at the rendezvous point. But yeah, wow, this is popping off. Can't believe this. Let's maybe I'll just turn the sound off and we can just keep this playing. That'll be an easy way to show the perfect. All right, YouTube coming through. So next page, R2-D2 obviously beeped, and we've got Luke Skywalker going off on his speeder bike. It's kind of that classic angle of Luke Skywalker that was used for jigsaw puzzles, that sort of key art on the speeder bike, but they've made it so he's sort of going through a tree. And then in the background, you've got Leia chasing the biker scout, and Han Solo is he's just knocked out. He's down there and he's knocked out 2 biker scout troopers. As soon as the rebels landed on Endor, they set out into the dark forest of giant trees to look for the shield control bunker. But before they got very far, they spotted 2 Imperial scouts in the clearing. The scouts' speeder bikes were parked nearby. "I'll handle this," said Han Solo, and before anyone could stop him, he attacked the scouts. "Uh-oh," said Leia. "Here come 3 more scouts." That classic line. "We'd better stop them or they'll warn the Imperial troops at the shield bunker." "Right," said Luke. "You take that one, I'll take these 2. He grabbed one of the scouts' speeder bikes, Leia jumped on the other, and they were off. Woof! Next page. It's a ripper. Wait there. This YouTube doesn't have all the pages. That is such a bummer, but we'll come back to that. So next page, look at this banger. Sweet sort of different angle of Leia getting sort of like an above head Leia headshot of her getting blasted off the speeder bike by the scout trooper. And I like that different angle. I've always wanted to see some art of the Sarlacc pit, Ignite the Green. I always thought it'd be cool if like it was painted looking down on the Sarlacc while Luke is flipping. That would be sick. But and if anyone got their Oculus Rift things on, because woof, there you go. There's some surround action. Leia zoomed through the forest. She had almost caught up to the scout when he pulled out a laser gun and fired at her bike. Vroom! Leia's bike exploded and she went flying into a thicket. She landed so hard that she was knocked out. RKO from nowhere. All right, so this one is up on here. Maybe we'll listen to this one because it's a really sweet scene. Yes, Sam Carey. He says this is content. Of course it's content. What did you expect? Here we go. Bang, I made sure I shared audio now. All right, here we go.
The bushes. As Leia's vision cleared, a furry 3-foot creature came into focus. She jumped back as he poked at her with a spear.
Ouch! Hey, cut that out! I'm not going to hurt you. Don't be afraid.
The tiny creature lowered his weapon. Leia patted his head.
That's it. Let's be friends.
Suddenly, there was a rustle behind them. The bear-like creature quickly hid himself. Leia spun around to see an Imperial scout. He yanked her roughly to her feet.
Surrender rebel spy.
Without warning, a furry hand poked out of the bushes and jabbed the scout with a crude knife.
Ow!
Leia quickly knocked out the scout. She smiled at her tiny rescuer.
Thanks for the help. Now we'd better get out of here.
All right, wow.
Luke returned to the forest clearing after his speeder bike chase.
Well, Han, that's one less Imperial to worry.
I got to tell you, if you're just listening to the audio, you're missing out because, wow, I am tired after acting out that scene with Wicket over there. Hope everyone enjoyed that. Nicholas Story says this is tense. That was tense. Whew. All right, so then next page we got this. I don't know if we missed that in the audiobook, but there's that's Wicket. Look at Wicket's. This always haunted me as a kid. Just how frightened Wicket looked in this situation. Like, this illustration is better acting than all of Harrison Ford's work in Return of the Jedi. And hey, I love Han Solo in Return of the Jedi, but I just remember that it scared me how scared Wicket looked, which shows how sensitive little kids can be. So meanwhile, Luke, Han, and Chewie and the two droids moved quietly through the trees. They had beaten the Imperial scouts, and now they were looking for Leia. Shout out to Dr. A. They had beaten the Imperial scouts, and now suddenly R2 beat. He found Leia's wrecked speeder bike. Oh dear, said C-3PO. Oh dear, said C-3PO. Oh, it appears she ran into trouble. Brilliant observation, said Han. But where is she now? For me, that's a good impersonation of someone. Chewie sniffed in the air. Oh, do I have a Chewie here somewhere? Oh, here he is. Chewie sniffed in the air. Dude, if you're just listening to the podcast, my Chewbacca here made that sound effect. I'm adding to the art that was produced in 1983. Then he barked and looked off into the trees. The others followed him into the clearing. He was standing at a tall stake planted in the ground. There were pieces of meat hanging onto it. Then let's see if we go to. Actually, I'll just show you it like this. Right there. Next one, you've got Chewie. Just will not be. He's very upset about what's going on here. He's got a bit of paper in his mouth. That's what happens when you're a 2-year-old. All right, just calm down, Chewie. Let's get this paper off you. This is very upsetting. All right, well, you're in the way of Wicket. You're blocking his shot. Okay. So what we've got here, Chewbacca, you just grabbed a bit of meat. It's a trap, as someone else will say in this movie. And look, just chill out, dude. What happened, happened. All right? Anyway, Chewie couldn't resist. Dude, it's what's in the book. He reached for a piece of meat. Wait, don't, warned Luke, but it was too late. Sproing! A trap went off and the entire group was caught in an Ewok net. R2 beeped wildly and Chewie howled with regret. Ha! 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 All right, shush. Oh, wait, I need a Luke. It's my bootleg Hong Kong Luke. Calm down, everyone, said Luke. R2, can you cut us out of this thing? R2 extended his cutting arm and got to work. He sliced up the net and everyone tumbled to the ground. Woo! All right, can you just stand there? Come on, dude. Chill out. Man, it was like 38 years ago or something. It's fine. Let it go. Let it go. All right, and now they are on the ground with the Ewoks, who are all pretty psyched about seeing Goldenrod, C-3PO. And again, there's only about a dozen Ewoks in this picture. I guess they had budgetary constraints. And so I was sort of shocked when there were so many Ewoks all crouched together in the actual film. When they got to their feet, they were surrounded by a group of Ewoks with spears. The little creatures squeaked and chattered at the rebels. 3PO, said Luke. Can you understand them? The golden droid could speak 6 million languages. When he talked to the Ewoks in their own language, they dropped their spears and bowed down to him. 3PO was amazed. They think I'm some sort of god. Ho, 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 ho. That's not in the shot very well. He told his friends. They all laughed. Ha, 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 ha. But they stopped laughing when the Ewoks tied them up roughly and carried them through the forest. Yeah, I know. It was a bummer, but you've only got yourself to blame. Really? Really? You're going to be like that? Dude. It's like trying to do a podcast with Robbo. Only 3PO was not taken prisoner. He was carried through the forest on a litter made of branches, like a king. Oh, my. All right, next page. Oh, I want to know what this one sounds like in the book. Hopefully this is... Yes. All right. Let's make sure we got sound. Now you be quiet. Thank you. All right, here we go. Next page is with C-3PO learning his power. Let's go.
Was carried like a king.
Ah, nice. The chanting.
Leia met the captive rebels when they reached the Ewok village high in the treetops.
Oh, no. 3PO, tell the Ewoks to let our friends go.
I'm sorry, Princess, but they don't trust humans.
Luke knew only the Force.
You shouldn't trust humans. You definitely should not trust
Tell them
humans.
to release us or you'll use your magic.
The shining droid then rose into the air and spun around like a golden top.
Whoa! Oh, dear! Oh, my!
The frightened Ewok chief ordered all the prisoners to be freed at once.
All right. So this is another thing that this book did to me. How he says that he spun around like a golden top. I thought, like, in the film, he was going to, like, spin, like, no, like, so, like, it would actually look like a golden top. So I was, ILM went me down. I got to tell you. Hey, dude, Billy Davis says, imagine Harrison gets this every night. Dude, my book readings for Harrison are lit. All right. I'll read you a story tonight. It's okay. All right. Shall we? Oh, he might do sound effects. So let's go back. Let's see what happens now in the book. I'm also like super, like, this is wearing me out. This is a lot of energy.
That night in the chief's hut, the little creature that had helped Leia chattered excitedly. C-3PO translated.
His name is Wicked, and he is telling the chief about the evil Imperial scouts. He is asking the tribe to help us.
The Ewoks then shouted their agreement. They vowed to fight the Empire. Han grinned.
Well, short help is better than no help.
All right.
Luke whispered to Leia.
I reckon, wow, short help is better than no help. Like, I reckon I could have got this job. Wait there.
Empire. Han grinned.
Well, short help is better than no help.
Wow, short help is better than no help. That's all I'm saying.
Luke whispered to Leia.
I must go to the Death Star and try to save Darth Vader. There is good in him. You see, he is my father.
Wow, what an effect that was. That was amazing.
At dawn, the Ewoks led the rebels to the shield generator bunker.
Oh, how's that ominous music? This is so different. Like the pictures are the same. Like this one page starts with in the audiobook at dawn. And then in my book, it says the next day. The next day, the rebel strike squad stood on a ridge overlooking the shield. And you see, if you're watching on the YouTube, there's no rebel troopers, whatever they were called, with them. Stood on a ridge overlooking the shield control bunker. With them were several Ewoks, including their guides, Pablo and Tebow. Guarding the bunker were 3 heavily armed Imperial scouts. Suddenly, the rebels heard shouting from below. Pablo had crept down and stolen one of the scouts' speeder bikes. He rolled off into the forest, and 2 of the 3 scouts chased after him. Not bad for a little fuzzball. Come on. Come on, commented Han. Then he and the squad quickly overpowered the last guard and broke into the shield bunker. Then, on the next page, let's see if this one's on the YouTube clip so I can... Oh, it's a bit different here. Oh, no, it's pretty similar. It's the same. But what you've got is Han, Leia, who's still in her Ewok dress, Chewbacca, and Wicket is actually in the shield bunker with them as the stormtroopers come in. And Wicket, to tell me, a little boy, that it's another horrifying situation, has his paws over his eyes. So gripping stuff. The rebels raced to the control room and began to set their explosive charges. Hurry, Han, said Leia, who was watching the screen on the control panel. We've got to destroy the shield right away. The rebel fleet is being attacked. All at once, the door flew open and a dozen Imperial scouts burst in. They overpowered the rebels and led them out of the bunker. The situation looked hopeless. All right. Woo! Oh, my stars. We are about to hit one of the best things to ever happen on a TV screen anywhere. Tebow. Tebow dogs. As the book said, the situation looked helpless, hopeless. And I remember being a little boy, even though I'd read this book, thinking that when they got captured, this was not good. But then, Tebow. On the horn. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. All the Ewoks pop up. Where are they? Boo, 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 boo. Just everywhere. The forest was infested. Infested in all the right ways. Ba 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 ba. And then it is on. Look, hang glider, rocks at ATSTs, logs, spears. Woof! Let's take it to the book. See how they capture the action. Please tell me you can hear this.
Outside, Wicket watched the bunker anxiously when his friends were led out as prisoners.
Oh, dude. Hey, I'm sure it was tough. I'm sure you were anxious, Wicket, watching something. But I reckon today we can go toe-to-toe with you, Wicket the Ewok. Did the sound come through on that first little bit? Let me know. People aren't complaining about it, so that normally means it's fine. We can hear. Let's go.
The Ewok attack call was sounded. Fearlessly, the little creatures attacked with their crude weapons. An Ewok hang glider sailed through the skies overhead. Its cargo of heavy stones rained down on the startled guards. Then tiny arrows flew from tiny bows.
Tiny arrows from tiny bows. Oh. And I do remember when they all popped up, I said, "They're here," to my mum. I was so happy. I was just overjoyed.
The Imperial troops were not about to be defeated by a bunch of teddy bears. But before they could attack, one of the Ewoks chopped through some vine ropes and released a pile of logs. The giant tree trunks crashed down on the stormtroopers.
This is awesome action.
A two-legged Imperial walker lumbered into the battle with its laser cannons blazing. Wicket gave a signal. A shower of boulders flew from primitive catapults. The walker crashed to the ground. In the confusion, Han and Chewbacca raced back into the bunker. Han set the charges.
Let's go, Chewie. We only have a few seconds to go.
The two dove for
Let's go, Chewie. We only have a few seconds to get out. Han goes like that.
We did it! The shield is down!
Now the rebel fleet was free to attack. The ships fired powerful missiles at the Death Star. There was a blinding explosion. The Ewoks and the strike team looked to the sky. Leia smiled.
The Death Star is destroyed.
That night, the Ewoks celebrated around a bonfire. But the rebels were too worried about Luke to join in. Suddenly, R2-D2 began to beat joyfully. There was Luke.
I escaped, but Vader is dead. I tried to save him, but it was too late.
Leia hugged him. Then the happy rebels joined the celebration. They had won their freedom at last. That was the end of the story.
Dude, was it though? Was it though? Not what I heard. Oh, my stars. Woo. Yup, nub. Yup. Ayon de lo likiglo. Epe hongure. Until. Yup. Oh, good stuff. What a story. What a story. All right. It's content, you guys. Algorithm, like, share, leave a comment, leave a critique of my singing. Check out the links below for the merch. Just got this one in, the My War Black Flag, A New Hope tribute. So check that out. Thanks everyone that hung out in the chat. Be good, and hopefully good things will happen. Hey, this podcast has definitely gone on
long enough,
so we out. May that force be with you.